Hello, hi.
Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel.
My name is Michael Ojonimi, and this is my beautiful wife,
And Ojonimi,
and together we are the
D-OjansFamily.
So today we bring you an interesting topic, and I and my wife have been discussing this issue for a while now, and we decided to bring it out here and then hear your opinion and see how you will react to it. And what is the issue? The issue is this: who is supposed to be your next of kin as a married couple? Who is supposed to be your next of kin? Who is supposed to be registered as your next of kin? Is it your spouse? Is it your brother? Is it your children? Because we have seen a lot of people using different personalities as their next of kin. Some married couple, the husband is using the sister, the brother, the wife is using the father, the sisters, and all that. And then some even go as far as using their children as their next of kin. And so this is a very, very serious issue in the society that we need to address. And that's why we are making this video today, I and my wife, to address some of this issue, to discuss about it and come out with a proper solution as it regards this next of kin. Who is supposed to be your next of kin? Babe, so first of all, let's even know what's the next of kin. In a layman language, simple English, next of kin is a person who is supposed to, inherit, or is supposed to stand and represent you when you are incapable of doing so. For instance, if there's any reason why you are not capable of taking up a responsibility, if there's any reason why you're not capable of taking up a challenge or taking up a personal property for using a personal property to advance the good of the family, the next of kin is a person you choose by yourself that should be able to take up a challenge, should be able to stand in your stead, or as a matter of fact, should be able to determine or take decisions on your behalf when you are not capable of doing so. And so we'll just go straight into this discussion. Babe, who's your next of kin? First of all, let's start with that.
My husband is my next of kin.
All right. So why?
Because I don't know who's supposed to be my next of kin.
I don't know. So that's why you're here now. Let the video be seeing us.
My next of kin is my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously, my husband every day, anytime, anywhere, all the time. Because I don't know how people see this marriage of a kin. I don't know. Some people just see it as normal. I heard someone saying that your blood is not your wife. Your wife is not your blood. Yes,
I've heard that too.
Yes, your wife is not your blood. Your blood is your brother, your sister, and your children. When I heard that, I was like, wow. Tomorrow, somebody will marry that type of person that have that
Who
kind
told
of
it? Some of them are already married.
mentality.
There are some of those people who have such a mentality are already married, and they are implementing such a mentality in their family.
For crying out loud, if that someone like that one, and they're saying his wife is not his blood, that one can never even think of his wife being his next of kin. Yes, you understand?
It's true.
You and your husband, you are one, for crying out loud. You understand? They say arithmetic said 1 + 1 is 2. When in marriage, 1 + 1 is 1. You two are now one. In the eyes of God, you are one. You and your husband, everything, you together. Not this is my, that one is my. We are all together. So for me, my next of kin is my husband. Yes.
That's good. But before I got married to my wife, my brother used to be my next of kin. So immediately after our marriage, our brother used to be our next of kin. But immediately after our marriage, we decided to spice things up and change things, and then we decided to use ourselves, because we come to a conclusion that, look, whatever belongs to me belongs to my wife. And whatever belongs to my wife belongs to me. Now, you don't have any reason to marry if you don't see your spouse as yourself.
Exactly.
If you doubt the person you are marrying, if you doubt her capacity to handle things in your absence, if you doubt her loyalty to you even in your absence, if you doubt his loyalty, his capacity to handle your properties, to handle your things that belong to you when you are not around, then two of you should not in the first place marry. Because as when you are married, it is assumed that two of you have become one. And so I believe that your wife or your husband should be your next of kin, not your brother, not your sister. Like my wife just said now, somebody's or your children, because I've seen people who make their children next of kin.
Exactly.
Now I don't have any problem with that, but you see, it still boils down to trust issues. Your wife is alive, your husband is alive, and then you are making your children next of kin because you have an idea that your husband can change, your wife can change. We'll come to that. But if for any reason, if for any reason you do not make your spouse your next of kin in any of your activities, of your personal activities or your bank account or whatever, it goes a long way to show there's a crack in that home. And that crack is the mistrust that makes you not to even think of making your spouse, who you claim to love, your next of kin. And so this issue have gone on, and there have been a lot of discussions, a lot of argument. But the thing is this, and this is the truth. Once you get married to your wife, marriage itself gives us an opinion that there's trust. Because for you to decide to marry a person, a human being, out of every other human being, it assumed that it is because you trust such a human, not just love. Love without trust is not love. Trust that is absent in love is not love. One of the ingredients of love is trust. And if you don't trust a woman or a man and you keep claiming you love the man, your love has crack. And that will lead to a lot of people taking decisions to the extent of putting your brother or your sister or even your children as next of kin when you have a wife and a husband. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Please, if you understand what I'm saying, just start seeing your comments in the comment section. Mistrust.
Yeah.
Now, why would a man, baby, say that the only family member in his house is his children, that his wife is not a member of his family?
No, blood.
Okay, the only person is related to by blood is his children, and his wife is not a member of the family. So therefore, he or she should treat the wife as a stranger. And I've heard women too say so. There was something on the internet recently. Somebody put that if you are in charge of a contract, you are opportuned to sign a contract, right? And your brother and your husband are bidding for the contract. Who are you going to give the contract? And then wait, and I saw a lady's comment. She said, "Of course, it's my brother because he's the one I'm related to by blood."
That's very
now
good.
You can imagine such a mentality. That is the reason why you have many dysfunctional home today, because people carry this mentality into marriage, and then by the time they begin to implement what they think, it begins to have a ripple effect on the marriage. There is no way you can tell me or convince me that your spouse is not your blood relation, because by virtue of the sexual intercourse you have had, by virtue of her getting pregnant and giving birth to that baby in sweat, tears, and blood, you have inculcated her, you have initiated her into your bloodline. Once you come in contact with your wife, and then you are able to release into her the white blood cells, because that thing you call sperm is called white blood cells too. You have been able to initiate her into your bloodline, and so she's no longer just a woman. She is now related to you even by blood. So that idea, that lame idea that my wife is not related to my blood, my husband is not related to my blood, and so I must be careful in how I treat her. I must be careful in how I make decisions that concerns, especially property. I've seen women build houses and then the husband is not aware. I've seen men buy properties and then their wife is not aware. It shows that the marriage institution is already in trouble.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, your next of kin, babe, should be your wife or your husband.
Yeah.
Anything short of that is a recipe for disaster, because there is no way. I know some people say, what if the man is misbehaving? What if the woman is misbehaving? That's a discussion for another day. I'm telling you, I'm talking to you about a general rule that should stand. You cannot have your wife and your husband still healthy, still fine, still alive, and then you decide to make your brother or another person your next of kin, empowering people over your own wife, empowering others over your own husband. That's a no-no. And it's against even the scriptural teachings that Christ, taught us about marriage.
This also boils down to people, as in couples. Most couples do not have joint accounts because of the same lack of trust.
I just carry the good talk. People that cannot even make their spouse next of kin. How would they think of opening a joint account with their spouse? You see, any marriage without trust is just a failed marriage. See, when we talk about failed marriage, we are not talking about the man packing out of the house or the woman packing out of the house. People feel that when you say failed marriage, the man have to pack out or the woman have to separate, divorce. No. You can be in a marriage and yet the marriage has failed.
Has failed already. Yeah.
Because why would you be in a marriage that every moves of your spouse is suspicious to you? It is failed marriage. Because two of you have not decided to come together and discuss some of these things. So one of the vital ingredients in marriage that all of us must put in place is trust.
Trust.
Not even love.
That is always saying love. What was that saying I used to say?
Love is not enough.
Love is not enough. Love is not enough. We have a lot of things that can make marriage work. It's not love alone. Carry single-handedly just take love, and love will make marriage work. It's a no-no.
It's a no-no.
Love is not always enough. Love is not enough in marriage.
Love has never been enough.
No.
So you need.
If you say you're entering marriage because of I love him, love will fail you, my sister, my brother. Love will fail you. So love.
That's why couples who got married where they were in love, 5 years down the line they are divorced.
You ask yourself what happened. Because
no, does that mean the love cannot sustain them? Yes, love alone cannot sustain a marriage. If other ingredient like trust is not there, love will at a point begin to wither.
Yeah.
And that's why you see people who once love each other, and then at the end of the day they become cats and rats. They become sworn enemies. Yeah. These were couples who once loved each other. So before you get into marriage with somebody, don't just love the person. Make sure that you trust him or her. Because when there's trust, that's when you can make decisions like including him or her as your next of kin. That's when you can make decisions like open a joint account. I and my wife have a joint account, right? And any of us can withdraw money from that account at any point in time from anywhere. Why? Because I trust my wife, and I believe she trusts me too. You understand?
I trust you.
Okay. So there is no issue about money. There is no issue about running away. There is no issue about, because why? We have come to trust each other. Why? Why build each other? Over the years, we have built ourselves to the extent that we built ourselves to a point where each person can trust the other party. We made decisions. We did things that built, because trust is not built in a day. It's a conscious effort. You must build it individually, you must do things that yes, you must do things that gives your wife the idea that this my husband cannot do some certain things. You must do things. You must show your wife or your husband that look, there's some certain things that I cannot do, and we have proven it over the years and over time. So we build ourselves. We built ourselves. I built the trust my wife has for me. She built the trust I have for her. So it's not something that falls from the sky. It's something you have to deliberately work on. Because if this, like I said, and I keep emphasizing it, if this trust is lacking in a relationship, if you are dating a man or you're dating a woman and you don't trust him or her yet, or to an extent where you can even live your life, you can even put your life out to defend him, you better hold on and wait till you trust him or her. That's the truth. Because it is because of this mistrust that makes people make all kind of rash decisions, to the extent of taking a major step in your life, in your finance, in your career, and then your wife will not even know. I heard somebody yesterday saying that the wife got promoted in the office twice, built 2 houses, and then he didn't know. Why? Because he made the children the next of kin over those houses and over those properties.
No, the wife made
the wife made the children, and he's not aware that the wife built 2 houses and then got promoted at the workplace 2 times. Now, when I went further to read about the story, I discovered that at a point the man cheated on the wife when they got married newly. And so because of that action, the wife, that trust on the husband, died natural death. So the wife now sees the man, the possibility of the man, you know,
in the future,
treating her badly in the future. Yeah. So she's just taking precautions. That's the word, precautions. But it doesn't need to get to this point. So your wife, your husband should be trusted to the extent that you should not make any other person your next of kin apart from these 2 people, except 2 of you come together to agree for certain reasons that, okay, no, we can make our children, but it must be an agreement between 2 of you. Aside that, making another party next of kin is a no-no for me and for us. And we are not trying to say this because we are trying to tell you that we are a perfect couple. But we are trying to tell you that this is the right thing that should be done. Husband, build yourself. Build your trust. Why build your trust? So that 2 of you can work together. You can build a happy home together. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. Let me tell you, this also affects our children. Because when the wife does not trust each other, the husband does not also trust each other. That's where you see that a man will die and the children start fighting each other because of properties. This I say, no, I'm the firstborn, I'm the lastborn. I've seen family where brothers don't love each other, where sisters hate each other, where siblings of the same mother and same father are at loggerheads. Why? It starts from the husband. That's why, look, whatever decision you make, whatever thing you do in your marriage, the reason why we emphasize that, look, all of us should strive hard to make our marriage work, it's not because of just us. It's because of the ripple effect our marriage would have on the offspring we are bringing up. Because if your children does not love each other, it goes a long way to speak about you and your spouse.
Yes, exactly.
Why would a brother not love his own brother? To the extent of fighting. Some even do a lot of things. Some even kill each other. Yeah. Because of properties. Oh no. Because why? When you didn't teach your children that while growing up, that whatever belongs to one belongs to all. Oh. You didn't teach them, because if they have that idea that whatever belongs to one belongs to all, they won't fight for any property.
Yes. You need to teach them that always have each other's back.
Love
each other. I even heard something on Facebook. This woman, she was saying that she and her siblings, they do not talk. That in short, she has done everything in her power to make them love, as in this connection of siblings connection, understand? But it's not working. It's not working. The only time maybe maybe once in a while maybe they reach out to her maybe because of money or so, but that love, sometimes she misses, that craving for her younger
brotherly love. Someone that has a brother and a sister alive.
You understand?
Yeah, there's no
connection. You know what she
connection.
said, and I said exactly that's the point. It's not about now. It was the upbringing. When they were, I'm sure when they were little, the love between them was not there. You understand?
Just simply put, the parent didn't do a good job.
Good job.
If you have 1 or 2 children, 3 children, it's your responsibility to bring 3 of them together and make them understand that 3 of them are one, and they must have each other's back. They must love each other, and a property to one belongs to everybody, and they must stick together even while you are not there. You must inculcate love in them, because if you don't do that, if they see any iota of mistrust or mislove between you and you, they will pick it, because children know how to pick, and then they will grow with it, and then they will see their own brother as an enemy, see their own sister as enemy. And then probably when you leave a property, they begin to fight each other
because
for that property.
This woman that I'm talking about, she said even when maybe her sisters are getting married, it's that bad that they don't even tell her that they are getting married.
Can you imagine?
They don't tell her they are getting married.
Sisters and brothers, same father, same mother.
Same father, same mother. They don't maybe she will just maybe hear it or maybe stumble or maybe that her sister is married. What? Is that bad?
Can you imagine?
Very bad.
May we not build such a home.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
So, this video today, we have touched a lot of areas. We have touched next of kin. We have touched mistrust. Mistrust or trust. We have touched joint accounts. We have touched love between siblings. And all these things, I know you can pick 1 or 2 from there and begin to implement in your home so that you can have a better home, better children. Because better children means a better society.
Yeah.
Because it's people that makes up the society. So please, let's work on it. Let's work on it. I know as we do so, God will continue to strengthen us.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Our marriages.
If there's anything for you to talk to your spouse, please go ahead and sit down. Talk about all of these things with them. Sit down, communicate, talk about it. Talk about rest of kin issue. Talk about the children. Talk about the family. Talk about the wife. Talk about the future. Talk about everything. Come to a conclusion. Decide on how you want your family to go. Don't copy what's out there. Copy what the Bible says. Copy the scriptures.
Yes, because no home is perfect. There is no home. That one I'm not talking about that day. Because someone was asking that they have perfect homes. Because some people, their homes are just perfect. Why some people?
Listen.
There's no home that is perfect.
Next, we'll talk about that. Because perfection is not having challenge or not having quarrels. Perfection is even in the midst of challenge, you still find the ability to make it work. That's perfection. Perfection does not mean lack of challenge, absence of trouble, absence of quarrel. No. Even in the midst of all of these challenges, yes, you still find a way to make it work. That's perfection. So yes, they're perfect homes, and then we'll discuss that in the next video.
So they're perfect marriages.
Yes, perfect marriages. I'll go deeper in the next video. They are perfect marriages, trust me. Yeah.
They are perfect marriages.
Yes, but it depends on what you see as perfection. If you have your idea of perfection, you will be able to decide or decipher when you see a man or woman, a man who is perfect or not.
Okay.
So until next time that we come your way again,
thank you for
watching. We also implore you to like, subscribe, and share this video because it will be useful to
and comment.
And also comment.
Yeah.
Please do
and don't forget to hit the notification bell
so that when we drop videos, you'll be the first to be notified.
Thank you.
Until you come your way next time.
God bless you.
Bye.